So today, I'd like to show you in real time how Influence FM works if you're a salesperson. First, it's a simple matter of just opening the page. And if you look down at the bottom right-hand corner of my screen, you'll see that we are operating in real time. So let me go ahead, sign in. Longest part of it is getting in the door. So now I'm a salesman, and I want to come to my calendar. And let's say that I have nothing planned for tomorrow at this point. So let's go to tomorrow's calendar, which is Friday. And we'll start at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now over here, I pick a customer. I'm going to go see Mojave Solar at 8 a.m. I'm going to do it in person, and I'm going to say it's a high priority. I figure it's going to take me about 30 minutes total. What am I presenting? Well, I'm going to present maybe one of my promotions in here, or maybe not. Maybe it's just an annual contract. But in this case, we'll say it's a closing follow-up. How much money am I asking for? $45,000. And what do I think my chances are? About 75%. For signatures. Save my changes, and that's done. Now, what's next? I want to say, well, what do I want to do at 9 a.m.? Well, I've got an internal here. So at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, what I want to do is I want to get hold of Mojave State Bank. In this case, this one is a to-do. It is also at high priority, and this one will only take 15 minutes. This will be something internal, something in the radio station. Hand write a thank you note. And that's it. And I save the change. Now, come noon, I want to go out and go to lunch, but I got to plan this lunch meeting with a couple of people. First of all, I'm going to invite Shoreline Plumbing, and this will be an in-person. Priority's kind of low. It's just a lunch meeting, and this is basically just a, if you will, it's a social call. So we just click social call. Take two bones. And now I say, well, I want to invite somebody with me. I want to take Rick Murphy along with me. So now, not only is this on my calendar, but it's on his calendar. So if I wanted to take my manager along, I can do it. And if you want to see, we can find Rick Murphy over here. Where is he? He's in this office. And we go to his calendar, and the same appointment will show up for Friday at 12 noon. Shoreline Plumbing with Chris Rolando. So now let's just go back to me. I am in the, where am I? I'm in the house team. So there I am. Now what I want to do is I want to block a little time for something in the afternoon to do my Friday report. There it is. All right, now I have just placed a few things on the day. It's taken me just about 3 minutes and 8 seconds while I explained it to you. Let me show you what happens at the end of the day. I go into Mojave Solar, and it's completing it. I've got two choices. Three, actually. I signed the contract, I presented it, got no signature, or I did not complete. I'm going to say I didn't go. Now, this is a live system, so I have to do this. But see this? It's always going to say what's next. And here's your only ideas. I schedule an appointment, they're out of business, send open prospects. I don't know. Hopefully no one ever uses that. So what's my next appointment? Well, right here, I pick a date and I say, all right, listen, on Tuesday the 3rd at, let's say 4:30, this will be about an hour, all right, and it'll be in person, and this will be another social call. Meet him for a brew at Fug's. Fug's is one of our bars. And I complete it. Now, what I'm going to do here, see how it turned red? It turned red because I did not complete it. Now, without talking, I'm going to go through the rest of these and show you how fast it actually goes for a sales rep when they're completing items. This is complete, and I'm done. Shoreline Plumbing, take to your bones. What happened? Did not complete. Okay, he never showed. What's next? I want to schedule my next appointment, and what I'll do is on the 3rd, I'll make it the 2nd, at, let's say about 8 a.m. 8 a.m., about 15 minutes to do this. And I'm going to make a phone call and social still, because it's not really doing much of anything. Find out why he stood me up. That's simple. Okay, you see how easy it is to go through and begin clearing your calendar at the end of the day, minute by minute. I'm at 5.5 minutes in on this video, and I've done quite a lot. Now, let's say for argument's sake, I'm a manager now, and I want to go to my management, and I say, I want to see my Salesforce activity. Well, here's my Salesforce activity for this week. If I go into the tasks, and this seems complicated, but it's not. In other words, here we have cold calls. How many cold calls were made by each person? Here's the one I'm interested in, CNAs. How many CNAs were completed? Well, Leah completed 2. She has 3 left as of today. Savannah, 4 and 4. I come down to the bottom. I've got 14 left, and I've got 10 complete, and 6 were not seen, which means for some reason or they blew up. In my company, it's 24 CNAs every week. I can go back to a sales rep and quickly look and say, I want to see what is going on with this particular sales rep this week. So here's his week. He's done the CNAs. He had a couple of closings, but they didn't sell. There's no money over here yet. And his CNA with Buffalo Wild Wings obviously canceled, and that's why it's red. Now I can say, you know what? I really want to know something. I want to know how this guy's doing this year so far to date. So I simply change this to January 1st. I click refresh, and now I'm going to get a look at this rep for the entire year. Everything he's sold, every CNA he has done, every dollar that's gone one way or the other, cancellations that did not happen, it's all there right in front of me, however I want it parsed. Additionally, there's other reports in here. Now, somebody wants to do a production order. I'm going to go through this real quick so you can see how hard this is. So I go to New, and I go to, I want a new PO or production order. Chris Rolando, I want to do an ad for Craig Plumbing. It's a standard production order. Okay, what's the copy title? That's a test from Chris. It's a 30 medium sell. I need it by, I don't really need it till next Thursday, so I'll get it on Wednesday. Don't know what talent I have. If I have pronunciations or anything, they could be here. And then I type my copy. And in this case, I'm just going to put some fake copy in because you don't want to sit here while I write an ad. So D. By the way, I don't know if you see this right here, but up in that corner, it's counting. It's telling me how many seconds of copy I have. I've got 31 seconds. Are there any other things to do? No. Do I want to upload something? Yeah, I want to give them something to look at here so they get the idea of what I want. Down here, I'm going to send it to be produced. I click apply, and away it goes. Now, let's say you're a manager and you get a phone call from an irate customer, and the customer is called Fugs. You don't even have to know whose list it's on. You can just put it right here in the top corner and search it. And look, here's 2 of them right here. So you go to this one, which says off air right now. Whose list is it on? Oh, it's on my list. I can go into here and I can say view the client history. So now when I have a customer who wants to tell me something, it's all right there. The rep didn't have to write anything. All the rep had to do is operate their calendar. It really is that simple. When you use the influence system, you are getting every step of the way. It's really not just about the closing calls. It's about how many closing calls does it take? How many of the presentations does it take? And all that is graphed out for you. If you want to, take a look at it. If you don't, don't. The system is quick, the system efficient, and the system will give you everything you want.